Special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this video possible. Before we go ahead and jump into the tutorial, I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to this video's sponsor. Big shout out to the Coldest Water. These guys have made an amazing branded Coldest Water bottle. It is amazing. For those of you guys that don't know, I live in Tucson, Arizona. It gets extremely hot. In the past month, it's been starting to get up in there into the high 90s. I work on the outside a lot. I work in hot conditions and stuff like that, and this water bottle has kept my water cold the whole time. I've woken up with ice still in my water bottle after filling it the day before. It is phenomenal. I don't know what they do, whatever, but this thing works so good, and I wouldn't advertise a product if I wasn't actually fully confident in it. This water bottle was sent to me for free by them, which is really cool. They even went ahead and engraved it with my YouTube channel as well. But I'm actually probably going to end up picking up an even bigger one because I just love this product so much. Definitely recommend checking it out, guys. It's starting to get into summer. A lot of you guys might be looking for water bottles, going back to school. You know, nobody likes water that's hot. Everybody likes their water cool, and the Coldest water bottle does just that. It keeps your water cold for long periods of time, and the best thing about it is that it has a year-long warranty where if you buy it, you don't like it, you can return within a year and get your money back. But this thing is built to last. It's strong, durable. I've dropped it a couple times, and this thing has no signs of being torn up. Compared to Hydro Flask and all those other Yetis and stuff like that, this thing blows them out of the water in its insulation capabilities and also its durability, which my Hydro Flask I had before was dropped a couple times and had multiple dents and stuff like that, and this thing has held up just fine. Definitely recommend checking them out. Their product links are going to be down in the description. They do a weekly giveaway that you can enter, so you can try to get one of these bottles for free. And as well as if you do want to support the channel and you are interested in picking yourself up a Coldest Water, you can go ahead and use my affiliate link and use code GAR10 for 10% off your order. So definitely recommend checking out. It supports the channel, and you guys get a really cool water bottle and one that's going to last you a very long time. So definitely recommend checking them out. Again, a big thanks to Coldest Water for making this video, or sponsoring this video. And with that, let's go ahead and move on with the rest of the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building the Focke-Wulf FW189 Uhu. The Focke-Wulf FU-189 Uhu, which translates to Eagle Owl, is a German twin-engine, twin-boom, 3-seat tactical reconnaissance and army cooperation aircraft. It first flew in 1938, entered service in 1940, and was produced until mid-1944. In addition, Focke-Wulf used this airframe in response to a tender requested by RLM for a dedicated ground attack airplane, and later submitted an armored version for trials. However, the Henschel HS-129 was selected instead. So yeah, the Focke-Wulf 189 Uhu, one of those aircraft you kind of forget to history, but has a very interesting design and just an overall very interesting look to it. Served as a reconnaissance aircraft for the most part, so you can definitely use this in your scenarios as a reconnaissance aircraft, and it really does look like a recon aircraft just due to its kind of weird or simple nature. It's not like a very beefed up aircraft or anything like that, and has pretty large windows and stuff like that, obviously for observational purposes. But yeah, it should be a pretty fun aircraft to add to your German lineups, and one aircraft that you may or may not have actually heard of. So pretty cool stuff. Anyways, before we go and take a look at the aircraft, I want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more than you guys already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, or a vehicle request you're choosing. Really helps support the work I do on my channel, and is very greatly appreciated. So again, that option's there for you guys, and links are for that is always in my video descriptions. With that though, let's go ahead and move in here to take a look at the build itself. So starting off with, this is a twin boom aircraft. So as you can see, we have our two booms here, our two engines, and all that. You can see in the center here we have basically the cockpit and basically crew station. So you have a pilot, you have a gunner back here, and then there's another gun position located here in the back. So it's got two guns, pretty good defensive armament for what this aircraft really is. But yeah, some decent armament there. Pretty small little kind of fuselage section, I would say. We have the wings here that pop out to the sides, obviously pretty straightforward. Got some yellow kind of accents to the aircraft for this aircraft's particular squadron it probably belonged to. And obviously on the back here we got the vertical and horizontal stabilizer. So overall, pretty fun build. Again, we'll make an awesome addition to your German militaries and all that stuff. And with this model, we only have the in-flight model just due to the aircraft sitting at a pretty drastic angle when it is sitting on the ground. So would require a whole different model. So in this tutorial, we're just going to go ahead and do the in-flight one. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layer here, we're going to be going ahead and beginning with layer number 2. Now we're starting with layer 2 because layer 2 gives us a better basis of the aircraft to go ahead and build layer 1 onto. And you'll see here once we do layer 1, it's just a lot easier just to start with layer 2 here. As I mentioned, this is the in-flight version, so you can go ahead and place this however high in the ground. Just make sure you have enough clearance and pay attention to the dimensions at the beginning of the video to make sure that it's going to fit properly where you want it to place it. Anyways, with that, if you're also new to my aircraft tutorials, one thing I want to mention is that I like to do these tutorials half on camera, half off. What this means is since this aircraft is completely symmetrical, whatever we do on one side will be the same on the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to build the center line of the aircraft, and then we're going to build the right side, and then it'll be up to you guys to take what we do on the right side and flip it over to the left side. Pretty straightforward stuff, and once we get through the first few layers, it'll make a little bit more sense. But let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and start off by placing down an iron trap door. Now it's very important that this iron trap door is coming off the top side of the block, so not like down here on the bottom. You want it off the top side like so. We're going to go ahead and place down an end rod, so by this we'll just place down a block up here, and then place down an end rod that comes off it going down. Followed by 1, 2, and 3 iron trap doors back from the end rod. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4 barrier blocks back. So we're going to place down 4 barrier blocks, and we're going to go and then go to the bottom of the barrier blocks. We're going to place down 2 stone buttons, and then we want to go and then place down 2 stone buttons here on the left side of those barrier blocks, just like that. After that's done, we want to go and then place down a quartz top side coming off the side of this iron trap door in the front, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 iron trap doors back. So again, this line right here with the end rod and the barrier blocks is your center line of the aircraft. So whatever we do, whatever's on the left side, as you can see over here, we're going to copy over here to the right side. After this, we're going to go and then go to our second iron trap door to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back, and another row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 back. After that, we want to go and then take our direct walls. We're going to place down a direct wall coming off this iron trap door here, followed by a second and third one back, and then 2 white stained glass panes. We then want to take our quartz blocks. We're going to place down a quartz block here between those panes, and we want to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 forward, so you have a row of 5 along the side there. We're going to do the same thing for our glass panes in our walls out to the side here as well. So just like that. And then once we get to this section, we're going to take yellow concrete. We're going to place down 2 blocks that go forward for yellow concrete. We're going to go then follow this up by going ahead and grabbing some black concrete, some yellow stained glass panes, some sandstone walls, and a birchwood slab. We're going to place down a black concrete block on the end here, 2 sandstone walls along the sides, and then a yellow stained glass pane on both sides of that black concrete block, and then one more yellow stained glass pane that sticks out toward the front here. And then coming off the black concrete block, we're just going to place down a birchwood slab. And that right there will do it for our front of our engines. Going ahead and moving toward the back now, we want to go ahead and place down a quartz top slab, followed by a quartz up down stair, and then 1, 2, and 3 quartz top slabs back, and then taking our iron trap doors, 1, 2, and 3, and 4 iron trap doors back from that quartz top slab. And once you have that all done, that's going to do it basically for layer number 2 here. Looking at it from above, this is what we should have for the layer. Once you take the right side and flip it over to the left side. So again, here's a bit of an overview of what this looks like. And with that, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 2. Let's go ahead and move on to layer number 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer 1. For layer 1 to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go to the bottom here. We're going to go to this end rod, and we're going to place down 1 end rod that goes down. We then want to go ahead and go off this end rod, placing down 3 barrier blocks back from that end rod. Over here on the left side of the aircraft, on the last 2 barrier blocks here, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 stone buttons. So as you can see, 1, 2 on the left side only. And then we want to go ahead and drop down, and we're going to place down a stone button on the bottom of this barrier block right here. So basically this cabling should look something like this, running from the end rod here all the way to the back. So that's what we have so far for that cabling. And then lastly, going ahead and go into the engines here, we're going to go and place down birchwood trapdoors on the bottom of these 2 yellow concrete blocks, this black concrete block, and this birchwood top slab. And once we have that all done there, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer 1. Pretty straightforward stuff. Birchwood trapdoors, same thing over there on the other side. And with that, we'll go and move on to our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, go ahead moving into our next layer. We have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a black stained glass block on top of this iron trapdoor here, followed by another black stained glass block that comes off the door at the front, and then a black stained glass pane like so. Going back from those blocks, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green terracotta blocks, followed by a black stained glass block, and then 2 narrow brick top slabs like that going toward the rear. After we have that done, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves barrier blocks, and coming off this last narrow brick stair, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 of these barrier blocks back. We're going to go ahead and place down stone buttons on the bottom of the first 2, like this, and then to the left side, we're going to place down 2 buttons over here on the last 2 barrier blocks. So just like that for that section there. After that, go ahead and go into the sides. We're going to place down an air brick wall next to this black stained glass block, an air black stained glass block back from that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 green terracotta blocks, a dark oak stair coming off of it to turn that into a corner stair. We're going to then place down a zombie head on the side of the slab there, and then a wither skeleton skull directly after that. Once we have that done, we're going to go and then place down a mossy cobblestone wall. We're going to go and go into our creative menu, grab ourselves an item frame, a dark oak sign, and also a black concrete block. We're going to place down an item frame and a black concrete block, and if you are on Java Edition, we can go and place a dark oak sign on the side of the wall as well with the item frame. If you're on Bedrock, you're not able to do this feature, and if that's the case, just go ahead and place down the item frame and disregard the sign. Continuing on, we're going to place down 1 and 2 green terracotta blocks back, followed by 2 dark oak slabs, and then a dark oak trapdoor. After that, we're going to place down an air mossy cobblestone wall on the side here, 2 green terracotta blocks back, a dark oak slab, a daylight detector, and then a dark oak trapdoor. Now, just a note that this trapdoor may open, and if that's the case, you can go ahead and use the command to /give to give yourself a debug stick. And we can use debug stick here to actually close the trapdoor. If it doesn't work out and you're not able to, you can either replace this with a slab or with a dark oak slab, or you can turn it to the night mode. Yeah, if you can use the debug stick, definitely go ahead and make use of it in this situation. Anyways, once we get to this point here, we then want to go ahead and place down another 2 green terracotta blocks coming off the side here. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 sandstone walls forward, and then 2 yellow stained glass panes, like that, forward. Going toward the rear here, we're going to take our mossy cobblestone walls, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 along the side here, and then grabbing ourselves some green stained glass panes, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 green stained glass panes back, like that along the side there. Going up to the front here, we're going to place down a yellow concrete block that's going to be coming off this yellow stained glass pane, followed by a second, third, and fourth one back, so you have a row of 4. We then want to place down a polished black stone wall, like so, and then a wither skeleton skull coming off the polished black stone wall, just like that. After that's done, we're going to then take our green terracotta, we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 green terracotta blocks back, a dark oak up down stair, and then a dark oak top slab like that coming off that stair. Now after that, go ahead and go into our last green terracotta block here. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 iron trapdoors are going to go across to connect up to the air boom. We're going to go then do a second row of 9. That's going to go all the way across as well. And we want to go then do a row of 7. That's going to be centered between those rows of 9. So it should look like this here for your horizontal stabilizer there on the rear of the aircraft. After that, though, go ahead and move into the sides of our wings here. We're going to go and take our yellow stained glass panes. We're going to place down 1, 2, then 2 sandstone walls, followed by 2 green terracotta blocks, and we're going to go and then place down a row of 3 of mossy cobblestone walls, so 1, 2, 3, and then same thing for our green stained glass panes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 back. After we get to this point here, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some green terracotta, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 green terracotta here, and then 1 mossy cobblestone wall that comes off toward the front. We're going to go then place down a dark oak slab, and then we're going to place down 2 daylight detectors back from that slab. After that, we're going to go then take our green terracotta, place down another 2 blocks coming off the side here, a mossy cobblestone wall, then 1 more green terracotta block back, and then a dark oak stair, like so, and a dark oak slab. After that is all complete there, we also want to go ahead and go to the bottom here of this section, and we're going to go and take iron trapdoors, and we're going to place it down here on the bottom of these blocks here. And again, same thing for daylight detectors here. We can go ahead and use a debug stick to go ahead and set those to the closed position. Anyways, once we have that all done there, we're going to go then grab ourselves some quartz slabs, and some quartz stairs. For this section here, we're going to go and place down a quartz upside down stair right here, followed by 3 quartz full blocks back, and then a quartz top slab. We then want to place down a row of 5 of quartz top slabs, so 2 rows of 5 along the side here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, we're going to then place down, it looks like 2 rows of 4. So we're going to go from the back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this section here, we want to go and then grab our spruce wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4. Spruce wood trapdoors coming off to the side there. We're going to go take our quartz slabs and we're going to place down a row of 3. So 1, 2, 3 toward the front, and then 1, 2. At this point here, we're going to go and grab iron trapdoors and also some birchwood trapdoors. We're going to place down the iron trapdoor coming off this row of 2 of quartz top slabs. We're going to go and then place down 2 rows of 2 of iron trapdoors to the side here. A row of 3 of birchwood trapdoors, and then 1 trapdoor coming off the center there. With the center trapdoor just like that. And once we have that all complete there, that's going to basically wrap it up for this layer. One thing we can also do just to go ahead and knock it out is the propellers here. And the propellers are super simple. What we're going to do for this is we're just going to go and go to these walls. We're going to place down a slab to the side and then a top slab down. Over here to the other side, a top slab and a half slab up like that. So pretty simple design there for the propellers, nothing too complicated. And we're just going to do the same thing over here for this side. So just like that. And those will basically be your propellers, and those will be done for both sides like so. Anyways, that right there is going to finish off what we have there for layer 3. Looking at from above here, this is what the layer should look like completed. With that though, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a black stained glass block on top of this glass pane here in the front. Going back from this glass block, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 more glass blocks, so you have a row of 5 in total, and then dark oak wood button coming off the front glass block like so. After that, we're going to place down a row of 2 of green terracotta, followed by 2 of black stained glass full blocks, a iron trapdoor, or not an iron trapdoor, sorry, an anvil with a chain coming off it for the rear gun, and then a dark oak wood slab coming off the chain. After that, to the sides here, we're going to place down a black stained glass pane coming off this black stained glass block, followed by a black stained glass block, and then we're going to go and place down 2 dark oak wood slabs back, a dark oak wood stair, and on the side of the dark oak wood stair, a dark oak wood sign, 2 green terracotta blocks back, and then 2 black stained glass panes back like that, followed by 2 wither skeleton skulls there along the side. After we have that all done there, we want to go and then grab our barrier blocks. We're going to go and skip 3 spaces back from the dark oak trapdoor, so we're going to kind of go up at an angle from this previous row from the previous layer, and we're going to place down 3 of these barrier blocks going toward the rear. We want to go and then take stone buttons. We're going to place down stone buttons on the 2 bottom ones, or on the bottoms of the first 2, and then a button on the left side of the last one like that. So should look something like that, and we're going to come back to that there shortly. After we have that done, going ahead and working our way into our engines and our wings. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow carpet on top of those yellow concrete blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green carpets back like so. Go ahead and go into our rear of the aircraft. We're going to place down 2 yellow concrete blocks here, a green concrete block, and then a green stained glass pane right there coming out that block. To the sides here, we're going to go and take our birchwood signs. We're going to place down 2 birchwood signs on the sides of those those yellow concrete blocks like so. In the middle space here, between our green terracotta blocks, we're going to go and place down a row of daylight detectors. Again, you may have the problem with your trapdoors opening, and again, you can use the alternatives I've listed before. For us, we can go ahead and use a debug stick here to go ahead and close those. So, just like that. Anyways, after that is all done there, our next row back, we're going to place down a row of dark oak wood slabs across, and then a row of spruce wood trapdoors across those iron trapdoors to go ahead and make our rear of our tail. Coming off the center daylight detector toward our barrier blocks, so basically it should line up with these barrier blocks like so. We're going to place down a end rod that comes off this daylight detector like so to connect up to this cabling right there down the center of the aircraft. After that is all complete, going ahead and moving out to the sides here for our wings. For this, we're going to start off by going ahead and placing down a green carpet right here. We then want to place down 2 green carpets and then a row of 5 of green carpet. We're going to place down another row of 5 of green carpet across. At this point here, we're going to place down a row of 2, then a dark oak wood trapdoor, and then another 2 green carpet. We're going to then place down 1 green carpet, trapdoor, 2 more green carpets back, another green carpet, 2 dark oak wood trapdoors, green carpet. We're We're going to then place down a green carpet here, 2 dark oak with trapdoors, green carpet, 2 dark oak with trapdoors, and we're just going to place down again 2 rows of 2 of dark oak with trapdoors all the way to the edge here. And on top of these birchwood trapdoors, we're just going to place down another set of birchwood trapdoors on top, except for this last trapdoor on the back here. On that trapdoor, we're going to place down a yellow carpet, just like so. And we also want to go ahead and grab our spruce wood buttons, and on top of the spruce wood trapdoors here, we're going to place down spruce wood buttons like so. And with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer 4. Again, here's an overview of what it should look like for this with this layer complete. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, so we're actually going to go just move into our final layers, 5 through 7, as these next 3 layers are pretty straightforward and simple to do, so we'll just go ahead and combine them all. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place down a dark oak wood button on top of this black stained glass block here, followed by another brick slab back from it. We're going to go then place down 2 black stained glass blocks with dark oak wood buttons on top like so, a polished blackstone slab, chain, dark oak wood trapdoor, and then 2 dark oak wood buttons back from that. After we have that done, we want to then go to the sides. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on top of this black stained glass block like so at an angle. And we want to go then place down 2 narrow brick stairs back, and then a narrow brick corner stair. We then want to place down a dark oak wood button right here on this green terracotta block. After that's all complete, moving our way back to the tail here, we're going to go and grab some sandstone walls, some yellow concrete, birchwood buttons, black concrete, and a green banner. We're going to place down a black concrete block here, a green banner on it, and then a stone button on both sides of that black concrete block. We then want to place down a yellow concrete block here, and then a sandstone wall. And on both sides of the yellow concrete block, we're going to place down a birchwood button. Going ahead and going up from this point here, we're going to place down a green stained glass pane on top of the black concrete block, a yellow concrete block going back from it, and then a yellow stained glass pane coming off that yellow concrete block like so, with a birchwood button on both sides of that yellow concrete block. And then lastly, we're just going to take a birchwood slab and place it on top of this yellow concrete block. And once you have that all done right there, that is going to basically complete my design here for the Focke-Wulf 189 UU. Hope you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do abuse this build, I do ask you guys give me proper credit for it. This may link from us on the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear in social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free to use it for our projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. With that though, again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible, and as always, feel free to check my Patreon page, link is always in my video descriptions. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's been Cayde 204, and I will see you guys next time.